Morning, folks. Well, on Saturday I did a couple of moorland scenes. I'll do a couple. Well, I'll do one more anyway. While we're at it, just to take again the paints. I've been in the Stay Wet palette over the weekend, so you can see they're still a bit shiny. They're still nice and moist. No drawing, straight in with the. I'm going to use one of the old hakes, I think. Well, this one that I cut too much off the handle, but it's a good little brush. Still works. I will give the whole lot a bit of a wet. I hope you had a good weekend. The weather's really turned in the UK. It's gone from last weekend to mid-70s to around about the mid-50s at the moment. And coming up to another bank holiday this coming weekend, the May bank holiday. But it's quite often cold on the May day. Then it starts to warm up and everybody will be back at work. Right, okay, so I'll put in a bit of raw sienna, or the usual, just to make sure it's all nicely mixed. So a bit more drama in this one maybe. No, this one splits, I remember now. So we'll dispense with that, go back to the new hake. We'll put a bit of blue in there. And we'll have some nice light red. It's a good bit of dark in the sky. Oops, it's too red. Right, but just get a little bit of there we've got a nice, good bit of dark. So we've got the wind coming from the left to the right. Bit of light shining through. I will be drying this throughout the demonstration, so I'll give you plenty of warning. Okay, right. I'll re-clip it and then I'll dry it. Give it a good dry. And this should go pretty well flat. This is a £90 Winsor & Newton rough paper. Right, take your headphones off now, or mute your sound while we do this. Ready, go. Okay, I've given that an extra dry because this paper is very porous, soaks up a lot of water even though it's only £90. And I find that when I put the hedgerows in the distance, it tends to spread into the paper because it's not really dry. This probably still could do with a bit more of a dry. But anyway, we'll put in some, I'll dry it again, but we'll put in some background. Well, that'll do, the sky colour there. I'm essentially painting the UK landscape. We don't have very dramatic changes in, well, it's quite a gentle country mostly. England is, well, it's got the Yorkshire moors, it's got a number of Dartmoor, Exmoor, Bodmin Moor that are truly beautiful, but not dramatic in the sense of great big mountainous terrain and lochs and things. You get that in Scotland. I don't think we've got any mountains in England. Let's get some nice yellowy colour in here now. A bit stronger. Okay. Wales got Snowdon and Snowdonia. That's a very beautiful area, but that's the UK as a whole. But nothing like the Himalayas or Himalayas. It's got a bit of green. Now we've got quite a bit of shadow, so let's put in a bit of Payne's grey in there, I think. Right, okay. A bit of raw sienna, a bit of yellow, let's say. Okay, well that's a start. We're not sure where we're going with it, but as you know, I make it up as I go along. I seldom work from photographs. I work a lot from my own work, my previous work, but I don't copy. Everyone, it turns out differently. So I'll put that on there. Oh, that's me probably water pot. Right, I'll give that a dry now, because we need some harder edge stuff on there. So take your headphones off or mute your sound. Go. I had hoped that the camera that I bought, this Canon Negria, would pause and record, but it doesn't. But it's good that in long play it records indefinitely without splitting the video. I'm going to put a little bit of detail in over that background, and I'll use the large hake for it. I'll go as far as I can with the large one. Right, so very, very gentle bit of blue. Just slightly darker than let's see what so I'm hoping that this won't bleed into the background because I've given it a good dry. With English moors you get a lot of barren area, well not barren, I mean bleak areas, but you have a lot of farmland as well, a lot of hill farmers, and all marked out with hedgerows. We can add some bits of like little copses. Okay, let's get some. Well, let's stop there. Now you can overdo this, which I think I probably have. A little goes a long way. Well, that'll do. We could probably put a little bit of white gouache on there to show some sheep in the distance, or maybe a little bit of a building. Just add some trees in there. Right, okay, that'll do for that. Right, now we want some heavier. Not a lot of trees on a lot of our moorland, but there are odd bits. So we can add some. Let's add some silhouetted. Well, we got dark here. Well, a bit burnt sienna. Bit of yellow. Bit of blue. With the hake, you need to learn through practice how to control the water on it, because if you get too much water, it'll just flood it. So we just put a bit of now, because it's a rough paper, if your brush is too dry, it won't let the water out. I use your blue burnt sienna now. I love doing this. It's a very light touch. Okay, that'll do for there, and we need to balance that up with a bit more. Well, we can go a bit higher with that. Got a larger one there. So that's all you need for trees in the distance. No detail, just suggestion. And let the viewer put the interpretation in. Plenty of air in the alright. I'm going to put a bit of a rough stuff in that left hand corner, I think, coming up from behind. So we'll have a real good dark green, so a bit of Payne's grey, bit of cad yellow. Too much water on the brush. Just dubbing it into the Payne's grey and a bit of yellow. Well, it's just too much water. I want thick paint. Okay, let's just see how we go there. I'll put a bit of detail in that with the rigger or the hake. So, right, that's just a bit of warmer stuff in there, just right. We've got a barren area there, so we can put in a bit of bluer trees. So let's clean the hake. I'll use a small hake now, or the medium, Ron Anson's medium Pro Art hake. There are different types of hake that look the same, but I would recommend that you use these ones. They're tried and tested, but they don't all work. So some work better than others, but they're cheap brushes. They're not like sables, expensive sables. Right, so a bit of blue, bit of yellow. We'll the cool colours. Just a little bit more water in there. So all this is easy to do, but it's easy to overdo. So just put some on that hill and some grass areas. Right, okay, that'll do that. Let's we'll try some sheep. A bit of white gouache. Well, just a little bit here. Keep the gouache away from your ordinary colours because they will go opaque. Oh, let's try on here. A bit more warm. I mean, a bit more water. Could put a little bit of yellow ochre in them, I think. Not yellow ochre, some raw sienna. I don't use right, okay. We could put in a bit of a house. So let's do a bit of house. Got this 1/2 inch brush. Let's put one Even this little brush is worn out now as a watercolour brush. No, that's useless, that brush now. I've used it for oil and acrylic and all sorts of painting. Got this one here, my mate Alan Owen sent me. Just trying to soften this gouache. Let's have a grey roof on that, because the tiles and will be from local stone. Too much water. Squeeze it out with my finger. I'm going to dry that. It's coming on, but it's diluting. Right, let's try it again. Have I got the... I'm looking for another flat, but I don't think... I did have one somewhere. Oh, no, that's not one. I can't seem to find it. I just moved a lot of stuff on my table here because somebody gave me a piece of plate glass, nicely edged, which I've substituted for a bit that broke. So I don't completely ruin this table. I'll use this table, and I'll squeeze out a bit more gouache, which I've got here. So a nice stove, nice white wall, sort of cottagey thing. Right, okay. I'll try that, then I can just put that roof back on a bit larger. Right, that'll do. Just a little bit of an object in the landscape. It's not very good. I'll do a bit of wriggle work now. just on there. So a bit of Payne's grey and a bit of burnt sienna, just as a nice warm dark. Well, I'll give it a signature, put a mount on it, we'll have a look, see what it looks like. Blurred in. Now you can see even that has soaked into the slightly damp paper that I didn't quite dry enough. I've not really cracked that one. Well, anyway, it's a demonstration, isn't it? We try to make a masterpiece out of our demonstrations, but it doesn't often work. Right, let's put this double mount, just about big enough. So just about goes on there. So. Okay, well there we are. Let's just raise this up a little bit and we can get it's on minimum zoom as it is. I can't get any further away from it, but it looks quite alright. Very similar to the one I did on Saturday. A different sky. I've got quite a nice bit of contrast between the dark and the light there. So we've got this darker area under that shadow and this lighter area. I hope you enjoyed that. Thanks for watching, guys. See you soon. Bye bye.